welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. I hope you're doing well. So for today's video we're actually in my kitchen, which is a little bit different. I thought I'd try something new. So today we're going to be making a 5-tier marble cake. Or are we? Probably not. I basically can't bake to save my life, so I thought that'd be kind of funny. Yeah, so definitely not baking, although I do kind of want to try some baking out. So if that's something that you guys would be interested in, please do let me know down below in the comments. I'm not sure what it would be. Probably some cookies or something, because as I said, I am like the rubbish baker ever. So anyway, without me blabbling on too much, I'm actually going to tell you guys what I'm going to be doing today. So I figured that I want to make another candle. I've only made like probably about 4 or 5, so I figured that I want to try another one. I'm going to be doing a Rubik's Cube inspired candle today, and I thought why not kind of bring you guys along with me. So the one that I kind of have in mind, I want to try out some new pigments which I actually got. I'll just grab them for you guys. So these are the pigments. I have a blue, a gold, a green, a pink, kind of like a chrome colour, and then like a pearlescent colour. Now I've not tried these pigments before, so I have no idea what they're going to be like, how they're going to turn out, or what the pigmentation itself is like in general. So I'm really intrigued. I'm thinking that I want to go for a pink today, which is just kind of like this glitter powder. Now I kind of have an idea in my head. So here is the cube mode, which I have tried out before and it works quite well. What I'm actually thinking about trying, which I haven't done before, as I said, because these pigments are quite new, I might try and sprinkle a bit of the powder inside the mold itself and see if I can create like a almost kind of like glittery sparkly top. And then I'm gonna melt down some beeswax and put in some pigment powder to make the candle pink. Fingers crossed anyway. I'm not too sure how this will turn out, but I'm quite curious, so let's give it a go. So the first thing I'm going to have to do is grab my saucepan, because I haven't grabbed anything yet. As you can see, stuff over there, stuff here. So I'm going to fill this up with some water. Now I just want enough to make the jug kind of sit in it and not float, so that should be enough. Let me just test it with the jug. Yeah, that's perfect. Right, okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to put my hob on so I can start heating up. So I think I'm going to put it on like 4, just so it doesn't overheat the wax. So first things first, actually I need to grab a wick, because I haven't placed a wick inside my mold yet. So I just have this bag of wicks here, which I picked up from Amazon. Actually, these wasn't bad in pricing either. I think it was like £5 or £6 for like all of these, which is quite the bargain, even if I do say so myself. So let's grab one out. That looks like a good one. And we're gonna place that through the hole in the mold. With these molds as well, you kind of have to create the hole yourself, which isn't too bad, to be fair. On some, the silicone molds are a bit thicker, so it's a little bit more harder to get pierced, but once it's done, it's kind of fine. So what I'm actually going to do is, because with this, the first candle that I did, I kind of did a rookie move. I didn't have enough wax that was melted down, so I had to like place this on top of a cup while I heated up the other wax, because obviously my hands were preoccupied. And I'll show you the first one. I kind of rested it on top of a cup and it got some indentations, which I will grab and show you guys now. So this was the first ever cube one I did, which personally I don't think is bad for my first attempt. However, you can notice the indentations here on the outer 4 like corners. That's just where I placed it like that while I was melting the other wax. So I've kind of learned from that mistake, which is good. Marble piece, and yeah, basically just cut out a square big enough to fit in my mold, so it just sits in like that, and as you can see it doesn't interfere with the wick or anything like that then, because nothing is touching it. So what I tend to do with that is I just place this on top of a jug, that once it gets the sides either, maybe me knocks everything out of the cupboard, so please excuse that. But yeah, if I just place it in like that, as you can see, nothing touches the side, it self-sets. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to open, okay, that's quite pigmented by the looks of it, so I'm just going to tip some in the lid so I kind of don't overdo it. I'm just going to sprinkle some in to the mold itself. Now I have no idea how this will go, but I'm interested, so I figured why not try it. Only thing is, I feel like this stuff is going to go all over my kitchen, which will be a nightmare to clean, but it's fine. Right, so now I need to actually move this to one side, so I'm just going to place that on the other side of my cooker. Now I need to grab the wax and put it into this jug here. This jug actually came with the starter kit that I have, as well as this little like mixer spoon, which is quite ideal actually. So I'm gonna grab the pound of wax. Now I did buy some more wax because with the kit I used all of it basically, and I got this big bag of wax here that I think was about £14–15, which I don't feel like is bad. I have used this once or twice as well. So yeah, I'm just going to open this and put some into my jug. I'm going to pop that water on the heat as well. Probably should have done that like 2 minutes ago, but maybe me just blabbles away and kind of gets. So yeah, I'm just going to pour some of that in. It's kind of like a little pellets. Try not to get it everywhere. That's the only thing with like this big bag. Okay, I just got a little tiny bit of wax in my cooker. Right, so I'm gonna grab handles, actually it's probably the easiest way. It's so easy to get everywhere though, because it's like little balls. It's really hard to like keep it in one place. Right, so I think 2 more handfuls. I'm going to put more in because that way I should have enough to fill that mold, and then if I have anything left over I can just kind of put it to one side. So I think I'm going to go with around this much wax, which is quite a lot, but with the mold it's quite big and like thick as well, so it takes up quite a lot. Now I'm going to grab some of the colour in and put that in now, and then see how it melts down, and then if I need more I'll kind of add it as I go along. I'm so glad I didn't wear white today because it's kind of dyeing my hands, which isn't the best. So yeah, I've just put the wax onto the heat, which I will show you guys in a second, just so you can kind of see what it looks like. I need to close this bag of wax as well because I can see me knocking it and it just went everywhere. A little piece of information for you guys. I am probably like the most clumsiest person at times ever. Like, I'll just knock stuff over with like my elbows. Not on purpose, unless it's a wrestling move, then that's a whole different story. So I'm going to place that over there. And I'm going to pan you guys around for a second just so I can show you kind of what it looks like in the pan right now. So this is what it looks like right now. As you can see, just a bit of colour on the top, but I'm hoping that will melt down and kind of do its thing. It will take a while because of the amount of wax in it, but that's absolutely fine. Oh yeah, also I forgot to say the scent. I'm thinking pink vanilla candle. I feel like it sounds really nice and I love the smell of vanilla as well. So I'm hoping this will work quite nicely. The only thing is as well is it takes quite a while to melt the wax. Obviously, the more wax you have, the longer it kind of takes, but it is a slow process because if you overheat the wax too much and it burns, it becomes unusable. So that's not brilliant. However, once it's in the mold, you can kind of just leave it to do its thing. It does take a while though, especially for the cube molds, just because of how big they are. Like when the wax is in one area, it takes quite a while to like set properly. Whereas when you're pouring the wax, it kind of sets quite quickly because it's like less in that area, if that makes any sense. So yeah, I think I'm going to cut off here and wait until the wax has melted down a little bit more, and then I'll show you guys how much the colour is taking and if I need to add more. I'm quite interested to see myself as well. So yeah, I'll update you guys when I have something a little bit more to show you. So far the colour actually looks like it's taking pretty well, so I'm hoping once this melts down it will stay this colour. If not, I'm going to add a little bit more, I think, and yeah, see how I get on. But so far so good. I'm actually quite impressed with the colour for it being a powder. Like, I really like it. So yeah, let's see how we get on. So guys, while I'm actually waiting for that to melt down, how are you guys doing? Like, I feel like it's been a good while since I've actually just like, I would say sat down and kind of asked you that, but considering I'm standing up, that's a bit weird. But yeah, how are you guys doing? Like, how are you getting on? How are you finding the whole restrictions and stuff going down? Like, how are you getting on with that? Are you enjoying it? Have you been out and like seeing more people and stuff like that? Obviously still within the guidelines, but I'm a little bit curious. Or are you kind of like taking a bit of a backseat and easing yourself back into it? Also, just like, how are you finding it in general? Like, some people seem to be really on it and like straight out there and stuff like that, and then others are kind of like taking a bit of a backseat, which me personally, that's kind of what I'm doing, just a little bit of a backseat driver, just kind of easing myself back into things. So yeah, I just thought I'd have a bit of a catch up with you guys. Also, what is the weather and stuff like where everyone else is? Because here it is literally being bipolar. It's kind of crazy. One day it's really nice, hot, sunny, t-shirt weather, like as Kanan would say, t-shirt weather, t-shirt weather in the manner my friend, sort of thing. And then the next day it is like freezing cold and just horrible, like t-shirt, hoodie, jacket, getting rained on, bitter, horrible. I literally hate the cold with a passion. So yeah, how is it where you guys are? I know that quite a lot of you aren't actually in the UK, so yeah, a little bit curious. Also, is there any games or anything like that that you guys have been playing? I've been really curious with the new Spider-Man. I actually watched the Miles Morales, I think is how you pronounce it, Spider-Man film the other day for the first time, and it was pretty sick, to be fair. Like, how they drawn it and stuff like that was pretty awesome. I don't know why it's taken me so long to kind of jump on it and watch it, but I'm kind of like that with films now. Like, I really want to see Logan still, and I keep putting it off. I don't know if it's on like Netflix or something like that. I might have to look that up actually, because it looks incredible, and I hear that it's really sad, so it's probably going to hit me straight in the jellies, but I still want to watch it anyway. Also, the new Mortal Kombat film looks insane. Like, the special effects on it and stuff like that, it's going to be brutal. I keep seeing that people post about it over on Twitter, and I'm kind of like, I'm really intrigued because I watched the trailer and it looks super sad and gory, which is to be expected because, you know, it's Mortal Kombat, but it just looks cool. And over here in the UK we don't have the HBO Max, I think it is, that somebody said. So yeah, I did see somewhere that it's supposed to be on Netflix, but I searched it and I searched it and I can't find it. So I'm thinking that I'm probably gonna have to watch it in the cinema, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. However, I do really want to watch it. So yeah, if you have seen it, no spoilers please, but just please let me know if it is as good as it looks. Like, Sub-Zero looks insane, and yeah, I watched like the old like original Mortal Kombat film, and it was cheesy as hell, but like in the best possible way. So yeah, I really want to watch it. I'll stop talking about Mortal Kombat now. I'm just waiting for this to melt. It's actually starting to. Um, so yeah, I will show you guys once it's fully melted down. When I'm hopefully pouring it into the mold, I'm going to try and get that angle right. I do use my phone on my tripod, and sometimes getting the angles spot on is a little bit challenging. So yeah, fingers crossed I'll be able to nail the camera angle, and yeah, see how I get on. Boom boom boom, let me hear it say oh, boom boom boom, let me hear it say oh. Because what other thing would you do while waiting for Max to melt? That came out really weird, but yeah, waiting for wax to melt. There we go. Might as well have a little bit of Such a shame that you can't play music as well with YouTube because of the copyright thing, but yeah, it'd be awesome if we could have that as the only thing missing. Kind of like dancing around in my kitchen, just like playing tunes in my head. What songs actually would you guys recommend saying about music? I really want to listen to some new stuff, and I recently got Spotify, so yeah, hit me up with some recommendations. So guys, it's starting to melt. As you can see, it's like quite a bit of liquid and then just like solid chunks. But we are getting there. Ooh, sorry about the shake then, I kind of hit my tripod. Speaking of music as well, I can't get Nick Jonas's Jealous song out of my head. Like, I don't know what it is. I've played so much different music over the last few days, and that one just keeps on coming back. Kind of have like the slightest crush on the guy as well. So yeah, I keep watching the music video. A little bit sad, but I mean, he's quite fit, isn't he? Let's be real. So yeah, that song is in my head, as well as Feeder Just a Day actually. That is such a upbeat classic. I listen to that quite a lot. So yeah, that's just me stirring, by the way, so sorry if it's a bit of a weird sound. We're actually starting to get there, and the colour is kind of looking a little bit pearlescent under the heat. So I don't know if it's going to be pearlescent when it's in the mould and it's set or not. So I'm kind of really intrigued. So yeah, I mean, if it is pearlescent, it wouldn't necessarily be a bad thing because that looks incredible. So fingers crossed it might turn out that way. I'm going to wait until it's melted down, and then I'm going to add in the scent, just that like you don't lose the smell of it when you're kind of heating it up, if that makes any sense. But we're kind of almost there now. Like, I'll show you guys. So if I keep like turning the camera around, it's the only way that I can think of doing this. So yeah, I'm actually in a really good mood today. Like, if anybody else, I am feeling proper kind of buzzy, which is weird considering I slept like rubbish. I woke up so much. I actually tried having an early night. I was in bed by like 9:30, 10:45, and I must have fell asleep at like midnight, maybe half past midnight, what? 12:30, maybe even 1:45 to be fair. So yeah, I'm going to spin you guys around yet again and show you what it's looking like now. So guys, this is what it's looking like currently. Now I don't know how well you'll be able to see what I mean by pearlescent. If I kind of move it around like that, can you kind of see what I mean? I hope that you can. It's almost done. There's just the odd little bit in it that needs to be melted, and then I think we're all good to add in the scent. So yeah, oh there we go, you can kind of see how pearly it is there if you spin it. I mean, look at that, doesn't that just look beautiful? If this was a drink, it'd be so refreshing, like berry burst or something like that. By the way, when I mentioned like it being like a drink, do not drink candle wax. That'll be really bad for you. Just put that out. Just putting it out there. Can I speak? Just putting that out there. Right, so that looks so pretty. Like so pretty. I'm definitely using the blue next. that is all melted, so I now need to grab my scent, which is vanilla. Now this did leak when it came in the starter kit, which is why it doesn't actually have a label on, but it is vanilla, I assure you guys. So I don't think this is going to work, guys. I mean, that kind of does it. I'm just going to have to be really careful. So, let's grab some. Whack that in. Give it a stir. Actually put some more in. Stirring it up. And then I'm just gonna hold the wick and start pouring the wax in. Hopefully I will have enough wax. If I do, it'll be ideal, which by the looks of it I think I just do. So I'm going to pop my jug to one side and just grab in some tweezers so I can lay it across to kind of hold the wick in the centre. Right, so this is what it's looking like at the minute. As you can see, it's quite pearly and stuff like that. I've just placed that to keep the wick kind of like as in centre as I can, because if I hold it, it's just going to wobble too much, and that's not what I want. So I really want it to be able to set nicely, so I'm going to leave it like this and see how I get on. And that's just like, yeah, the inside. Didn't really need to see that, but there we go. That's what it looks like now. It's probably going to take a few hours to set, so I'm going to actually put this to one side. Right, while the wax is still warm as well, because there's some on the jug where you kind of pour it out, if you can see that. So I'm just going to actually scrape the majority of that off, so it'll be easier when it comes to making something next time. I was going to try and make 2 things today, but I'll see how well I can get this up. It's just a little bit easier because obviously you don't want to be like, when you're cleaning your jug and stuff, you don't want the wax to go into your drains because it'll cause all kinds of blockages and issues. So yeah, I'm going to clean this up and see how I can get it, and I might try making something else, maybe, depending on time and stuff. So yeah, I'm going to leave it here for now and get back with you guys. Right guys, actually I think I'm going to end it with just this one candle, because I realised I'm already on like 20 minutes of footage and I haven't shown you guys it being like taken out of the mould and stuff like that. So I think I'm just going to do that one, and then obviously once it's fully set, which will probably take maybe like 2.5 hours ish, I will come back and show you guys me taking it out, providing it is fully set. Then if it isn't, then I will just show you guys like the finished product of how it turned out. Now I'm hoping that the powder that I put in will kind of make just like a really brighter, cool kind of like paint burst effect on top, but whether that will actually happen or not is a different ball game, so we'll have to cross my fingers for that. And yeah, I'll get back to you guys once it's fully set, but so far so good. So yeah, I will check back in then, and yeah, bye for now. Hey guys, so I am back. It's been a few hours since I last spoke to you, probably about 2-ish I want to say. So yeah, I figured I would come and check the candle, so here we are. actually have to go and grab the scissors thinking about it because I need to cut the wick off, but before I do that I actually want to remove the candle from the mould. So let's do that. See if I can just step back actually. So kind of pull it away from the top, and then I'm just going to flip it and pull. Voila. So this colour is stunning. 1 second though, I will be right back. I'm literally going to grab some scissors to cut the wick. Hey guys, I am back. So as you can see the wick at the bottom, so I'm just going to snip that off. Voila. So here we have the finished product. Now this is actually a deeper colour than I anticipated it to be. Now where I kind of put the pigmentation into the top, I feel like I probably shouldn't have. I mean, here's what the top looks like, and this is the colour overall, which I actually really quite like. I really like that, so I'm quite happy with how this has turned out. To be fair, apart from the top, I will not be putting the powder in again. But yeah, the colour payoff is really quite nice, so at least I know that I can put the colour directly into the wax when I'm mounting it. But yeah, really happy with this colour payoff. I think it looks quite pretty. I just need to go around the edges. As you can see here, it's a little bit rustic, so I'm just going to file this bit down and then we'll have the finished product. But it looks super cute, and overall I'm quite happy with how it's turned out. So now I know how to work with these pigments. I will be trying out more. I think I want to do a body next. I have a really cool idea in my head. However, I have to try and see if I can get that to like pay off in actual doing it. The idea I have is pretty cool, but I've never tried anything like it before, so it's either going to work well and look really cool, or I'm going to fail massively. But if I don't try it, I don't know. So yeah, I'm always game for trying new things, especially when it's creative. I mean, how nice is that colour? It's beautiful. And as well, with it being a powder, I feel like these colours are actually going to last me quite a while, which is really good. Now I got a pack of 6 for £5.50, which is amazing, especially considering the payoff is like that, and I feel like they will last a fair amount of time. So yeah, that is the end of the video. If you guys enjoyed it, please do give it a massive thumbs up and subscribe down below if you haven't already. That'd be awesome to have you on board. Thanks so much for watching. Hopefully see you in my next video. Bye guys!